Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today we got a couple pieces of sort of news and community stuff. Let's get started straight away with something that isn't guaranteed to be fully Overwatch related, but is related to Blizzard and unannounced projects at Blizzard. There have been a few times over the past 2 or 3 years where we have seen job listings at Blizzard for various projects, and some being PvP and maybe even shooter, like we had that one sort of more game director style, I think, position that a lot of people speculated could be around a battle royale game of some sort or anything of that like. And there have been other positions at Blizzard too for unannounced projects that people have speculated a lot around. There was a senior animator at Blizzard that used to work at Overwatch for a while that actually started working on another project of some sort at Blizzard, and he tweeted out this today. So at Poodletime said, "Well, today is my last day at Blizzard. Unfortunately, you'll never see what we made over the past 2 years. That's game dev, but we'll always have Overwatch. I get 6 weeks off, I need it, until my next gig starts, info soon, and one last time, my Overwatch reel." So there's basically a reel that he put together that includes just all of the animation stuff that he worked for on Overwatch. A very talented animator who I'm sure will find work quickly, but it is just his Overwatch stuff there, of course. It's quite a bit, but yeah, just the Overwatch stuff that's up, as obviously he can't share the things that he made for this unannounced project that he worked on for the past 2 years. But this guy was on Overwatch at the start, so I assume for the first sort of year or year and a half past the launch of the game. And then he started working on this unannounced project instead. So what does this mean and why am I kind of bringing this up? First off, it's pretty obvious that this guy was one of the main Overwatch animators. In his show reel, you have things like Ana's ability animations. So everything from just shooting, throwing the nade, the sleep dart, all that stuff is in there. A whole lot of different highlight intros and a lot of different sort of walking animations and all sorts of stuff really. And with this person being put to work on another project, it is potentially Overwatch related, especially as there have been talks around the Overwatch universe expanding. We also had Jason Schreier, one of the main journalists at Kotaku, who's written a lot of pieces on game development and the process behind making various games. Most recently, probably most well known at least this year, for the Anthem article he wrote about the creation of Anthem, and that game commented on this on the Reset Era thread that linked to this tweet very early on, saying that Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2, or whatever they wind up being called, are very much still alive. So that's Jason Schreier, a person well known to have a lot of industry insight, kind of confirming these style of projects on a forum that is known to just leak things early. Take that with a grain of salt, or just take that as you will, but that's really interesting to hear. On this same Twitter thread as well, someone replied and said, "Whoa, your project got cancelled and I didn't read about it on Kotaku?" To which Jason Schreier on Twitter instead replied, "Well, not yet," implying that there's probably something coming on this. And this is obviously very interesting if this actually is Overwatch related. I mentioned the J. Allen Brack quote from the investors meeting or report or whatever it was. I think it was actually part of the earnings report, where Blizzard essentially said that they are looking to expand the Overwatch universe. You then have this, you have very well-known journalists sort of saying that an Overwatch 2 style project is very much still in the works. So it could just be that there are several projects like this. Blizzard are very well known to kind of cancel maybe 3-4 games and then throw out one game. That's how they've been able to keep up a very good track record over the years. So there are clearly things happening in the background here. We're gonna have to wait and see to have any sort of official details revealed. Unfortunately, it might just be a while because Blizzard aren't at Gamescom this year, so yeah. We'll see what happens, but this is definitely interesting and I wanted to highlight it because we don't get a lot of news like this. It might not end up being directly Overwatch related, but I thought it was interesting either way. Next up, I want to bring up a thread that I saw on r/competitive Overwatch talking about basically a fan-made original 2-2-2 locked role queue that has sort of a ranked based matchmaker. So just for the community to use. This is through a Discord server using, I think it's Microsoft actually, TrueSkill, which is a kind of ranking system for video games. It's got a few different regions and essentially a proper kind of MMR and matchmaker. You obviously have to set up the games yourself, and the lobby leader has to report on a win or a loss and all that stuff. But in general, this is a really cool project, and if you want to try it out, I'm gonna leave a link to the entire Reddit thread. /Mark_Overwatch put this together, and the Discord link is in there to Mark's Discord. You can queue up as main tank, off tank, support, or DPS, or flex even. Hop in a chat channel, put that command in, wait a little bit, and then you receive the match information and where you should join and such. I saw some people say that it might not be cool with Blizzard that people are doing this sort of stuff, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. So if you want to try it out, link it in the description. And regarding actual role queue in Overwatch, we haven't really heard anything in a little while, but the discussions have definitely been happening. But hey, for now, this is pretty cool. Alright, that's everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this news and what you think about any potential other Overwatch project, and maybe what you would like to see for the Overwatch universe, even if it's just a new game mode in game to, you know, an entire expansion or a new game or a specific type of game. I don't know, it could be anything. Alright, that's everything. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.